This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heartmans. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life, better personal life.
What's up, everyone, and welcome to the Benjamin Zulu Show. My name is Lily, and I'm realizing that a lot of people are liking this book, How to Recognize and Deal with Toxic Relationships. And in chapter 4, it's about truths to save yourself from a toxic relationship, and one of them is release anyone that lacks capacity for genuine love. So you talk about when someone suddenly ends things with, I just don't feel the spark anymore. I'm just not in love with you anymore. There's a temptation to beat yourself up, wondering what you did that made you suddenly unattractive. They can even quote past incidents. Those are the bad ones. But picking only your offenses and not theirs. So you want me to release them and not to hold on to them, or?
We are saying what they're not telling you. Sometimes the answer is what they're not saying.
Oh.
People are indirect.
Okay.
In law, we used to say you should read between the lines, and it's only when it's only one line, you read between the words. It's only one word, you read between the silences. Okay. When people are giving you reasons that are you can't, they're not believable, but they're basing their decision on that. The real reason is they have no capacity for real love. What they wanted was chocolate. They feel good, the butterflies, the newness of being new to each other. After the newness wears out, they don't have capacity to stay. Capacity for relationship means they having inner richness to be stable in a relationship during boredom times. You know, not every time is exciting. Romance is only one part of the relationship.
Yeah.
There's another part that's just work.
Yes.
Okay, taking care of things.
And difficult conversations.
Thank you. So if a person was here for butterflies, those are scorpions. The difficult conversations, they can't endure.
Yeah.
So be thanking, be grateful. They're showing you their true colors before you go too far. I know we hope for miraculous turnaround.
Yeah.
But sometimes wrong people are walking out so that they can make way for the right ones.
Okay.
And I hope the word capacity, because we never heard it before. I had not been told that love has capacity. I thought it's just that, oh, I love you so much, me too, I love you so much, I can't imagine life without eternity, forever, you raise me up. We sing songs, we go there, hype. We think that's love. We really go there in emotional intensity.
Yeah.
We have gone ahead to explain there. Signs that people are incapable of true love is when they are rushing to the sweet side and they are working on intensity rather than depth of connection. Depth of connection is when I know the values you live for. Yeah. I honor them.
Yeah. When
I see your personality, I see your strength, I want to see you for who you are.
Yeah. That
person has capacity. The one who does not have capacity rushes to the street. For them could be sex, could just be the money, could always be flirting or sexting or whatever. And that part is part of love, but it's just the icing. You can't eat icing the whole day. So the sweet layer is beautiful and sweet, but it's added the last. The real baking, it's the stuff underneath.
You see why I was asking you about the robots, because Elon Musk is creating robots that can be lovers. So maybe they can give us icing all day, every day.
But they cannot give you deep understanding. It's a computer. You even feel weird when you know you're talking to a computer. You know very well. This thing has no blood. This thing has no heartbeat. This thing is just, even the one plugging it in. Human beings are trying to despise themselves. You charge this thing and you're trying to talk to it.
Well, I would think to myself, it's easier to plug this thing in than to have that difficult conversation with that person.
Yeah, because you're escaping growth. You're escaping challenge. You're escaping depth. This thing cannot see you. It does not have loyalty. Any other person who buys it or steals it, it will go talking to them. Do the same. Yeah. It's like a bigger dildo if you want. For your emotions.
Yeah.
This is the thing, really. So the difference between it and the iron box.
Yeah.
These are just gadgets. Okay. So this to say, this capacity thing And we said capacity is measured in liters when it's for water. Many people have hunger in terms of volume. Hunger, empty. They want to be filled. They don't have capacity. They don't have fullness. They don't have richness. Because for a person to have capacity for love, they need to have journeyed back to themselves. Journeyed to life.
Yeah.
They can't pour into you what they did not pour into themselves, isn't it? They needed to have fill in to fill you.
Yes.
So if they have not worked on their forgiveness, so they are holding on one grudge forever. If they have not worked on the glory of a good person is to overlook an offense.
Yeah.
To rejoice at overlooking something, to return calm. You know, there are minor things you don't keep bringing up.
Yeah.
You know, it was inadvertent, just a word that did not come out right. Just a genuine mistake. I do not. But this person still has a childish, egotistic sensitivity. They did not journey to overcome that.
Yeah.
You're going to suffer from it.
Yeah.
Let's repeat. The rite of passage when you leave home is not getting into a relationship. Is self-audit by studying materials like this to ask yourself, do I have capacity for the love of long haul? For the long-range coexistence with another who is evolving as I am evolving? With the friction that is not injuring us but refining us. With an interaction that is making me better, being vulnerable, being honest, being listening to feedback, sitting through discomfort, journeying through, evolving. That part is what we are calling being able to develop capacity.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So let me read something.
Yes.
A feedback that we got from someone who bought this book and then also got the Healing Your Inner Self. They were saying, I needed to heal first because I've experienced toxic relationships and maybe I'm still in some. I got the copies, How to Recognize and Deal with Toxic Relationships and Healing Your Inner Self. I had started reading about toxic relationships, but I realized I needed to first heal. So I decided to put down the first book and to hold it and start reading Healing Your Inner Self first. And you say, I'm now unlearning and learning, and I'm grateful for Mr. Zulu. And this year, 2023, when it started, I said to myself, each month I will gift me and this one of the best. I will gift myself, this year. And this is one of the best gifts I gave myself. The two were really written for me. Many thanks. That's Mugala Annette. Shout out to you.
Wow.
Mugala. That's
this
beautiful.
so sincere.
Yeah.
So vulnerable.
Yes.
Lily, aren't you happy Africa is finally talking about healing?
Yes.
These kind of conversations are very rare.
They're rare.
The only thing we post online, there is this guy I got a baby with in college. Baby, this way. My baby mama is crazy. We have been talking pathology.
Yeah.
Finally, we are talking healing.
We're talking healing.
Thank you, Mugala, and everybody who's getting these books.
Yeah.
And my sadness in the beginning of this book, I knew the richness it contains, but you are not giving it the due credit. Did you know 85% of the happiness in your life will come from the quality of your relationships?
Which book? The Toxic
Yes.
Relationships. Yes.
Your happiness in relationships will be 85% of your relationship with your boss, not your competence at work.
Oh.
You trained for the degree, for the job. Nobody trained you for the boss.
So true.
It's the people in that thing you're doing that usually affect you more.
Yeah.
There's a place you should be competent. You must practice your skill. But let me tell you, it's the human dynamic in everything.
Yeah.
It's not the road that tires you, it's the other guys on that road.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, your car will be easy to live with, but the mechanics you have to deal with when you're dealing with your car. So we underrate how relationships affect our lives.
Yeah.
And when you talk about toxic, nobody wants to imagine relationship being. We're talking about difficult people. Another way to look at this book is how to deal with just difficult people who are bringing pain into your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, gosh, it's a beautiful book. Today we want to talk about reinventing your mindset for greatness.
Yeah. Now let's go. I love that. I'm sure you know I love that. Yes. Because
hold yourself. Get ready.
We're taking off.
Yes.
Why do you need to reinvent your mind, yourself, your mindset for greatness? Number one, you're not always born where you belong. It will be a waste for God to create you to just exist there. You have an automatic calling to change something by just being here. Many times you'll have the urge, the instinct. You should study a book called Outliers. You should study a book called Mastery. You should study, Mastery is by Robert Greene. I don't remember the Outliers, but if you just type Outliers, you see it. When you study all great people, they started with an urge to change something. If you have an urge, you're potentially a great person, and you're the one we're talking about.
Okay. That's you. Yes.
You know,
yes.
If there's a disturbance that never leaves you alone. You know, sometimes you ignore it, you think it's impractical. It's a little kept watching news, and she keeps noticing the ones about Ethiopia very much. Every time there's a news site about Ethiopia, she's just intrigued. Because a child in a normal Kenyan family, people want this Ethiopia obsessed with US. She knows the many leagues. She knows the highlights. She even knows the names of the communities and which was unstable when, which Queen Tamira, Queen who?
Yeah.
So the history of Ethiopia. I'm just speaking Ethiopia. Do you know where that ended up? Later on, when she graduated with an irrelevant degree.
Are you going to touch that in this episode?
Because we usually study according to what the market, where we are, dictates. Not where inside of you is calling.
Yeah.
Majority of the time, your first degree is just to teach you how to read. It won't train you for your calling, unfortunately. If you happen to do a degree that also happens to be in your calling, you're just among the lucky few. So if you are among the rest of us, welcome. We are quite a number. So this lady, after graduating, now it's time for deciding her path in life. Luckily, she knew the wisdom we are talking about, because society wants to cage you into marriage quickly after you graduate. Some even graduated pregnant.
Yeah.
Start with graduation gown before maternity gown. Please, we want things to have procedure. So graduation, then wedding gown, then maternity gown. Not the other way. People are starting the maternity, then graduation, then later there's no. Please do ABCD, not the DCA, DF, JK. Please, if you play stupid games, you win stupid rewards. So, follow. Life has procedure. Life has no formula, but it has principles. For as long as the earth endures, the Creator said, "Seed time and harvest, dark at night." Winter and summer shall not cease. There is progression to life. There may be no strict formula of following, but there's principles. There's sowing and reaping. There's choice, what to put in, garbage in, garbage out. Don't let these proponents of confusion want to keep you confused to use you, thinking nothing matters. That's why no. Don't despise wisdom. We're saying, why do you need to transform your mind? Because many times the urge is a siren call to a place you need to travel to go.
Right.
That lady obsessed over Ethiopia, and when she graduated and she was lucky enough to be not to be swept by society into a funny marriage. When you marry before you become, the marriage will keep you where you came from.
Yeah, that's what will happen.
You will try to become late and realize you're being asked to choose. Some even tell you verbally, choose.
Yeah.
Some people are very direct. Some are not. But
Is it your career or me?
It should be both. But you married before you showed them you value your career as well. Really, you don't have to choose. Our upcoming conference is how to grow your love and grow your money.
Yeah.
To build relationships that contain your financial prosperity and greatness without forcing you to choose and do delicate balancing. Hide some accounts, hide some money, minimize some things, play the other one, and hide that. And
yeah, that is very delicate.
To massage the ego by putting this person's name in every title and to make sure that playing games. You can't go far playing games. So I want you to build a relationship that can contain where you're going. All right? So we are saying that lady now took a 10. That time between graduation, usually about 5 years or thereabout, with her diploma, whatever it is, and she done this business management. There's no problem in business management, but people do it because it's common.
Yeah.
The class is full, but nobody knows why they're doing it. Somebody who can't sell anything is doing business
management. I think though it's a safe place for before you figure out what you want to do.
It's a good place to start, but it's better take a month or two to know who you are. But are they taking the month, or they're just shaking what their mama gave them on TikTok?
Hey,
that's sweeter. Get a Wi-Fi hotspot to entertain yourself with a hoodie and earphones.
Yeah. Yeah.
This lady now started to see what careers exist, and finally she landed on humanitarian work around the affected areas of Ethiopia. Her energies came alive suddenly, and she had not studied humanitarian work. So she googled the NGOs and applied and called some interviews, and some of them were mesmerized. You are saying you have not done humanitarian work. How do you know the inside so much? You have the technical language. See, I loved this. I didn't have a name for it. I just kept studying it. I just followed the pages, just check the news. You're the right person. That lady, when she landed in Ethiopia, now she married a person who could accommodate the international lifestyle, and whose mission also involved that kind of life. He was not in humanitarian. He was in the diplomatic world. And they could harmonize. You get the diplomatic work, Ethiopia oriented. I'm working there. Do you see how you should arrange your career before you arrange your marriage?
Yeah. Yeah, so that it everything that you then meet, everyone you then meet aligns with the direction.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Not a degree. Degree is not your career. This is what the generation has been mistaken. They think that degree, now I'm sorted. Let me now get family because at least I have a degree.
Oh. Okay.
No, these degrees were influenced by 1,000 factors that were foreign to you.
Yeah.
Most parents don't know the personality of their children. They just know which career space better. They just tell you CPA. You know your uncle, that uncle? Didn't CPA, they passed, they have a car? You too.
And then, even the speed, there's a period of time, like a week or two in high school where you're supposed to select. Yeah. So you have to select. And if you're in a boarding school, you're at the mercy of the advice of your teachers.
That's
it.
And some schools limit, they tell you this and that.
Yeah.
Yeah. This to say, but even if you're choosing Form 2 or you're choosing Form 4 just after Form 4, it's coming. If you think ahead, you can be preparing. But many people look at the grade they got first to see which careers are good for that.
Yeah.
So those who get an A, they go for the big 5.
Yeah.
So why do you need to transform your mind for greatness? One, that's the thing that will give you deepest fulfillment. I know what we are looking for. Let's remind us what we are looking for, lest we forget. We are looking for transcendence, to feel like we are above all the mundane problems of this world. We are not just a part of the struggle. We're not born to just struggle. Really, you feel your life is meaningful and you die restfully. Remember, somebody said, just like a good day work brings a peaceful sleep. So like a well-spent day brings a peaceful sleep. So a well-spent life brings a peaceful death. You can spend your life so well. That at the time of signing out, you say, I fought the good fight. Finish the rest and I kept the faith. Guys, I'm happy to check out. That guy was being murdered by it was not peaceful death, but Paul was happy.
He was happy.
He said, guys, I've done my part. Beyond, I can see the reward over there.
Yeah.
We all want to spend a life in a way that transcends whatever we went through.
Yeah.
We all want to know our problems will make sense somewhere. Yeah. We all want to know our struggles somewhere. It's not just suffering. We all want to transcend whatever we went through. So I know what you want. That urge you are feeling that is taking you towards. There's a lady who just had a knack for odd things. Very weird, eh?
Which odd things?
So when people are studying diseases, malaria, should go for the disease that has no name.
Oh.
This is documented among best practitioners in medicine. One guy had that kind of knack, but that lady wanted to study things that have no name. So it means your career will also have
no name. Yeah.
So whenever scientists, physicists establish laws, should try to go beyond the law to find what else. So she would go for exceptions. Study the law, only waiting for the exceptions.
Okay.
Do you know that's how she discovered radioactivity? God knew somebody needed to find out, because scientists then settled to say, this is just an anomaly, occasional when the weather conditions are different. Some metals, it had been observed some metals emitted energy at rest when there's no heat or anything. And so there was no explanation. They would say, it's just some temperature, but because it's an exception, she wanted, the technical name is anomaly. So she wanted anomalies.
Yeah.
What is not normal?
Yeah.
Anormal.
Yes. Yes.
That's how she found out these metals that are emitting energy at rest. She came up with the name. She even coined that word.
Radio.
Yes.
Yes.
It's not heat activating. It's just radio. And that's why we have x-rays today. That's why somebody who followed their urge, if you are there, you're feeling an urge for something you have no name for. I used to feel a very confusing urge because I wanted to address people, and the only people addressing others were politicians. But I couldn't quite feel the political thing.
Okay.
But it's there, it's not giving you peace.
Did you at one point think it was political?
Yes, I had become president, but the president thing, too much of consensus, eh? Be voted, eh? So massage people.
Yeah, massaging people, not you, not for you.
So you may feel something that is, and a part of it relates to something that is known.
Okay.
The other part relates to something that is not known.
Yeah.
Most of your calling will be weird that way. It's journalism, but not that one, eh?
Yeah. Stop talking to me. I'm the host. Stop talking to me.
Because you feel it, but you don't have you will know it when you see it, but you have not seen it yet. So that boy was drawing. What are you drawing? I'm drawing God. Nobody has seen God. They will see him after finished drawing.
Yeah.
So you're also drawing something that I've not seen from God. But after I'm done, you will see it.
Yeah.
What Oprah Winfrey was doing was not just journalism or hosting, but she could not describe it. She could just had to do it for you guys to try and understand it afterwards.
Yeah. And I had her say in one of the interviews that she wonders what to say every time she's asked, what do you do? Am I a producer? Am I a TV host?
But we know her. Everyone knows her.
Everyone knows her, yeah.
But she's struggling to describe her career.
Yeah.
But where does our society start? What is your job?
Yes.
Were you employed finally?
Yeah.
What do you do? That age group, how do you answer them? Great people can't quite describe what they do.
Yeah. It's true. And then, she's got an honorary doctoral title.
Yeah.
So she said, I wonder if I should use it, like Dr. Winfrey. Doesn't feel quite right.
Mr. Bean has doctorate.
Yes.
If it was Dr. Bean, it wouldn't be as good.
I know.
And that's not even, it's something Atkinson. He has other names.
Yeah.
But Mr. Bean, the vehicle.
Yes. Uncle Benjamin.
The vehicle was to write where he's going.
Yes.
Where he's going.
Yes.
The first thing, follow your inkling. Just trace that thing. And we are saying, if you are the one who has started calling, you're the one you're talking about. So follow the following steps. You have an urge, an inkling. Just respect it. Stop just saying, because I'm studying accounting, this thing I keep feeling about children. I had to persuade my wife to do something about children because she's just too magnetic to them. And I told her, this can't be for nothing. Everywhere, even when she's actually making sure nobody's not... She tries to avoid them. So we call them the members of your club. We have come up with a name. So here comes a member of your subgroup.
Really?
Yes, everywhere. New kids. Even you go to the those places where they are wearing things and you may not even see each other. But the kid.
The child has seen her. Felt her energy.
And it embarrasses the mothers because sometimes the kid usually doesn't accept people, but crying to come to this.
Wow.
There's something, this magnetism is not for nothing.
Does she teach Sunday school by any chance?
No.
Not yet.
Anyway, if she goes among, she'll have to teach because aunties, they sing, they usually pick their rhyme without announcement.
Oh my goodness.
You'll be in church and several kids have found another auntie. The way they look at my face, they look for another route. They're like, why am I scared? They know where they want to go. They're looking for the highway. So you may find magnetism that is not related to your career.
Okay.
You regard your career to be mature and serious. You're a university professor. But particularly pets and the cats, keep noticing where you are coming to you. You're not a veterinarian, you're not even. But and you have this warmth for them.
Yeah.
Just pat them, they feel good.
Yeah.
Remember that part, that medic I was telling you, who wanted diseases that are also anomaly, ended up dealing with amputees who are suffering pain when the part has been removed. It is aching, but it's not there. It almost seems like witchcraft, so it's not medical.
Yes.
The astrology we're talking about. But he actually discovered a cure for it. He realized it is mental. because it was amputated physically, but mentally, the part that was controlling it is still active. He answered the question, and he taught people to unlearn the part using simple structures like mirrors, and he cured a problem that was an anomaly.
My goodness, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Whatever you are feeling an inkling for, that's your seed for greatness. Follow the following 3 steps. Number 1, shift your company. Shift where you hang out. Lily, do you know 90? People are saying 99%. I don't want to scare you that much. Let me use 90.
Okay.
But a research was done in Harvard for 25 years to show the one single predictor of success. People will end up in greatness. And it was discovered that something they called technical word, your reference group. They said your reference group is the most accurate predictor of whether you are succeeding today, succeeding tomorrow, for life, or you are failing today. They said by just shifting who you are hanging around, you shift everything you do in your life. Without anything else changing, your gift level, your talent, anything else. They were saying we are social chameleons and we absorb through the skin people's energy, opinions, attitudes, behaviors, perspectives. Very funny. They said we don't even need to be conversing. We absorb through the skin. Imagine.
Osmosis. I wish I could
By
do
just
that for my
sitting
masters.
by 10 people. No, masters you have to read, my friend. They said when you hang around winners, the vibe around them is going. They have a procedure. They're going, and they're upbeat. They're happy. They don't complain. They take responsibility. They're grateful. They compliment each other. They give way. They cheer. And you one day, if I describe that, you remember a time you hung around people, 2 or 3 of that kind, and the vibe around them was just invigorating.
Yeah.
They visit your hotel. They visit where you are. They visit your office. The courtesy is very different.
Yeah.
I had noticed that with the whites. Not all whites are cautious, but compared to the black, that time, what I was seeing,
Yeah.
they greeted people. One of these days when you go to these tourist spots, notice how they carry books, they greet more. When you compare, you can see a cultural difference.
Yeah.
Especially those who have enough money to travel. The day my person has reached that level,
Yeah.
a level of they're not scowling, keeping avoiding eye contact. You had the maids there or the hotel trying to serve food, and they're greeting.
Yeah.
They're acknowledging people.
Yeah.
All right. Why do these shows end early? The shows that I want. You get it, not
Yeah, they're already telling us.
So the first step is you're supposed to shift your reference group to which one. Really, this is a struggle, but I want you to start going outward. Just start traveling outward from who you're being hung out. Especially if you don't find them inspiring and challenging you to do better. They just comfort you and you're okay. The right friends are not those always clapping even when you are wasting your time procrastinating and destroying your opportunities.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Friends are those who care too much, even if it has to displease you. People pleasers are just focused on not making you uncomfortable. People who love you care that you do well, even if it means making you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
That is true love.
Yeah.
People pleasing, the ones who are likely to be the chair, the bazoo, the one that don't call you big names, just won't tell you the truth because it's uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You want that friend who can risk making you uncomfortable. Tell you, no, you tried, but you're capable. Me, I was a little bit disappointed.
And what I've come to learn is that I have to have achieved a certain threshold of healing, inner healing, to be able to stomach that kind of true friendship. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, the reason we keep fake friends is because we are still fake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shift your group.
Yeah.
And when you go to, and when you say group, don't imagine 5 people together.
Okay.
Don't imagine a high school setting where is this band, this backpack and the other pack. No.
Sorority.
Yes, it's not always societies.
Yeah.
It can be one person and they introduce you to the circle they go to, the gym they go to, the church they go to, the community they go to. We're talking about energy levels, not just groupings. But if you join 5 millionaires, you'll be the 6th. How will you join 5 millionaires when you're on your zero? What will you be talking? You look like a thief. You'll be arrested by their bodyguard. How will you penetrate them? Some advice is not practical.
Yeah.
Only one millionaire you can impress by your service.
Okay.
So they bring you along to tell you what you can do more.
Yeah.
You came out to be advised and you are very teachable. That millionaire can introduce you to their friend and you learn a few things. When you become a millionaire now, you can enjoy. But while you are young, you can't join 5. You can only impress 1. And say, don't fear about this is the guy I'm trying to show the way. Lily, can you bring us that water? You serve them. You come in through service.
Yeah.
And you're listening. Let me tell you, when I was your age, you receive it. They see you applying, improving. My dog, I see now you improve. Look at that. She did there. She did. when they cheer you up, you grow like it's one who saw your discipline introduced. Don't look for groups, okay?
Okay. That clarifies a lot of things.
Yes.
Because then we were probably thinking, should I join a class, a church?
No.
Yeah.
Many times it's one person of that kind.
Okay.
Whom you connect with. They see themselves, younger version of themselves in you. And they want to build you.
Okay.
All right? The second step, after you shift, that area, I could have stayed on it so much.
I know.
Because another way is just buy the books of those thinkers.
Okay.
People have put life-changing secrets in books. You can buy a book. I had one this is it called Shafi O'Neill, a great guy who was a player. Now he said he purchased one book that was called Investment for Dummies. Now, would you buy a book called You a Dummy? No. So the West is very people in the West. I just like the learning culture of the West.
Yes.
They admit their ignorance easily.
Yeah.
This is a man called he bought a book Investment for Dummies.
I would, because I know the context. I know what he's going at. He's saying, if you don't know anything about it. Yeah.
You know, one guy joked. He said he was in a queue for library. He had one guy asking, do you have something like a Microsoft for Dummies?
Yeah.
Very honest.
Yes.
So they wrote a series called Microsoft for Beginners.
Okay.
And he said the alternative title for this book was going to be
Microsoft for Dummies.
So this guy only, we say, he learned it by a book just teaching you basics of investment. Yeah. And the rule that gave him that changed to his investment was, don't look for opportunities where there's a demand for this product. Look for problems. It was told problems sell 4 times more. Create a solution for a pain, a stressor, and you will sell. You don't even need to advertise. Yeah. Just show up. Yeah. The solution itself will make you so necessary. Yeah. So needed, you know. Yeah. China did not have a chance against the other super countries. They just gave affordable infrastructure to the third world and without too much marketing.
Yeah.
The second rule, after you shift your company, is obsess with the greatness. Create an image of the ideal you. The large life. Let me remind you why you need money. It's not just to shop, it's to live large, to travel quickly. If you're tired of traffic jam, buy a private jet or a chopper. Those things don't have traffic jam. It's up there's no traffic. So, you know, those guys who buy jets and you are naive, you think they're just bragging. They wanted to do more. Yeah. This is not just about status. You see Diamond trying to move from Tanzania to Nigeria to perform, and instead of waiting for 3 hours, frustrated at the airport like the rest of us. Yeah. With the delay, we are now seeing delay. We are sorry for inconvenience. 1 hour.
Your conference is supposed to start.
You know. Yeah. The guy is still conferencing while he's flying. Yeah. Being served at your pleasure. Just money. This guy planned his life. We are saying obsess the private jets. Obsess the Black Mamba, that late basketball player who was really inspired. He had a chopper. The Black Mamba lifestyle, you know. Moving to inspire young people here. The other one carrying your daughter, just living your life, you know. And you can plan your life without thinking traffic situation. Just look at the weather situation. Okay, by the time you're checking the weather, the game has changed. Eh? Yeah. Yeah. You know, if it's cloudy, just take a jet and go above the clouds.
That is so. I'm so inspired.
You know. Yeah. Those are the guys. Who taught me there's another universe.
Right.
There's another that has less nuisance. Yeah. You know. So if you are too much annoyed by the guys on the road. Up there's a traffic controller who tells you flight you are allowed now to descend ground clear. You are addressed personally. Yeah. When you approach the airport, you announce, I am asking permission to land. Even do 1 round, now land. Yeah. It's just done. You know? Done, yeah. So we are saying, obsess. Why, Lily, am I saying this? Because people are casual. There's no greatness without intensity. Find when I say obsess, I'm not meaning the negative sense of losing control. I'm saying, keep it before you that you don't know anything else. And Paul said, forgetting everything that lies behind. I reach forward, I stretch, so that either somehow, one way or other, I might attain some of the things you are dreaming about. are not easy. When you talk about private jets, hundreds of millions, that's not the day-to-day purchase.
No, it's not.
You need to be so absorbed with it until you say, I'll attain this or die trying.
Yeah.
And you cannot be satisfied by 2 million in your account. Some people, when they have some money in the account, they'll drink until it's all gone. They will not come to work until they finish it. You need the discipline to accumulate while you're still focused. And the third step, how to transform your mindset. As you can see, I'm stepping on the shallow. It is my favorite subject. We can stay there. I just don't want to stay there.
I know.
It has been my lifeline. That has been what I'm telling you today was my lifeline. I did not have anything else to live for except the hope that I can create a different story.
Wow.
Just that hope that another person has done it. And I can do it. That somehow, one way or other, there's no way in the water, but I'm looking for a stone to step on, and maybe if I step, can I? There's no clear way. Don't look for highway. There's no highway to greatness. Nobody passed there. You know? And finally, Lily, we said, find what you love and let it kill you. This is just an extreme way of saying, let it, because it's service to humanity. It's a change to your generation. It's not just for self-aggrandizement. We said, climb to the top of the hill. Not so that you may show yourself to the world, but so that you may see the world. You may appreciate the suffering. You may see what you can change. That you may take in the energy of the world and get to see how, really what I like most about my counseling. There are many things I love about coaching, but it's to hear the stories of people, the journeys of their life. And I am humbled what people have dealt with and conquered and emerged with a smile. You look at a person who is smiling and the amount of trauma they have emerged above, you are humbled. You realize there is more strength in people than you had underestimated. And when I tell another stories I saw, they get hope, a glimmer of hope. We say the last step is to find your line of service. You know, the military don't get employed, they get deployed. You know, the rest of us say, I have this job, military has service, enrolled to service. And then don't brag about salary so much. It's about the service they render. And they have labels for where they served. And they identify with which campaign they were in. Where they peacekeeping, serving the nation. I want you to see yours as a deployment. You are landed there for service. We said when you don't obsess over money, money obsesses over you. Now money follows you. When you don't chase money, you chase the service. No, the money chases you. Because when you just want to make a change, impact, and you're doing it with intensity and passion, it becomes impossible to be ignored. It becomes impossible for people. There's a place to learn how to merchandise and price right. There's a technical side to it. But we're saying, if what fulfills you most, there's a principal I was told, he wanted to see kids learn so much. He was producing, he was not intended to be, he was just a teacher, but he wanted to see people learn so much. His elective subject would cause crisis because the other teacher would get nobody. People are choosing between history and CRE. When he teaches history, everybody comes to history.
So the school has to do a pass mark.
And them forcing people to take. So that he has 70 students in CRE. So and competing with the other teacher was 10. And students, just because he's magnetic, just love teaching. When he's doing tutorial private tuitions, the tuition is full. Until they challenge, no, can you open your school? We'll donate for you if you need to. He opened that school. He just wants to see that. He sees what you can. He listens. He sees. And the one was telling me he had learned in that school. He told me at some point we passed all of us. People believe there must be cheating until there's somebody, the government, to come and check us out. And to remark our papers. You know? And he's saying the only weakness in this principle, he could not chase you home for school fees. But you know he needs school fees to pay teachers. So he had to hire a financier and look away as the financier deals with you guys to pay. You know? So there's a place to learn finances. But you're saying, when you're like that principal, who just wants to change so much, that's what fulfills you. You never. She was saying that teacher couldn't build enough school because as soon as the class was completed, it was full. It was too small. As soon as another one was built, we needed. And he had a team of 20 who he had imparted his own spirit, and he's moving around his on the ground. So we know his energy is there. Say me, person conversing, they were not brilliant.
Oh.
You should believe people's conversations about
Yeah.
them. I was not an academic person. I was more of a joke. I liked games, play. I was hoping to make it in basketball.
Yeah.
But this teacher
Yeah.
saw my light. It's my style of instruction that was different. So the teacher told me to do group discussion more than reading books. Elsewhere, everybody wanted us to just books are there, but he told me do 70% discussion, 30% reading. You'll pass.
Okay.
And he said, I passed. I don't know which miracle was that. But the teacher said,
Wow.
you're more charismatic. You learn from people more than books.
Yeah.
You know, and said, sometimes come discuss with me. So they have an appointment every week. Come tell me what you learned last week.
Wow.
So he sits there discussing as I take my tea. So last week was this. My break time, Wednesdays. You sit there, tell me. Last week, biology, we did. And then she said, I passed for a teacher who saw what I could, how I needed to do it.
Yeah.
So I could perform for him. You know, yeah. What if you're that kind of a teacher who was given the best teacher of the world from a funny place in Kenya, not even having connections? This guy just loves to see students perform. Find what you love and let it kill you. To say, it's because of the service that you serve until you die. And let me tell you, when you serve like that, you say, I have poured myself like a drink offering. At the end of your career, you will say, adios. I've done my part. I am glad to go. Thank you.
Whew. Find what you love and let it kill you. That is it sounds romantic. Thank you guys for watching. See you on the next episode. Bye.
This is the Benjamin Zulu Global. Welcome our viewers from all over the world to the home of the Heartmans. We're converging to learn together because when you know better, you can do better. And a better life is what we all want. Better work life, better family life,